Did you know that Peppa Pig can actually be a really scary cartoon? Because I have proof to show you that you've been watching it wrong this whole time. Miss Rabbit has always been a strange character, and the more we think about her, the creepier everything gets. Every Peppa Pig fan has wondered how this woman manages to work everywhere at the same time. She's a taxi driver, a nurse, a helicopter pilot, a clerk, a firefighter, and the list never ends. But what if the reason for that is darker than it seems? Some fans believe that she's not a normal rabbit, but rather a powerful entity capable of controlling several different bodies throughout the city. If that's true, it means she's not just working. She's watching everyone, observing every corner of Peppa Town for some secret plan. And the strangest proof comes from the episode TV Land. In it, Miss Rabbit appears as the producer of Super Potato's show, and at the end, she has Peppa go on stage. Peppa's line is identical to the show's opening, as if she knew she was inside a TV program. From that point on, many people began to believe that Miss Rabbit discovered the truth, that everything is staged, and that she now manipulates everything behind the scenes, using the pig family as puppets. If that's really the case, then she's not just an exemplary employee. She's one of the most treacherous and dangerous villains in the world of cartoons. Are you sure you're not being controlled too? Then grab your popcorn, subscribe to the channel, and let's check out more sinister Peppa characters right now on Zigzag. You can't trust anyone in the Peppa Pig universe, not even Peppa herself. That's because there's a bizarre and very convincing theory that the most famous pig on TV actually has an evil twin sister who appears in several episodes in her place. It all started with one of the first official posters of the series. In it, the pig family is smiling happily in front of their house. But if you look closely, you'll notice something really strange. There's another Peppa inside the house, looking out the window. How is that possible? There's no way Peppa can be outside and inside the house at the same time. So the most logical explanation is that there's another girl identical to her, probably part of the same family. That's where the theory came from that Peppa has a secret twin sister, hidden by her parents, but who sometimes switches places with her. And that would explain a lot. Why Peppa is sweet and kind in one episode, and in another she seems completely different. Selfish, rude, and fighting with everyone, even George and Susie. And there's more. In some episodes, she forgets things she's already experienced, like when she asks who Aunt Dottie is, even after having already received a gift from her in another episode. Sounds confusing? It makes sense if the Peppa from the old episode and the Peppa from the new one aren't the same. So, next time you watch the show, keep an eye out, because it might not be the Peppa you know. It could be the dark twin taking her place. And the scariest part is that she's not the only character who appears to be something she's not. The wolf family is one of the proofs that Peppa Pig can be much darker than it seems. Unlike the other characters, they are real wolves, and the classic kind from fairy tales, the ones who like to blow houses down and scare little pigs. Mr. and Mrs. Wolf are always asking Daddy Pig what his house is made of. And if that reminded you of the 3 little pigs, that's exactly why. Then there's Granny Wolf, who in another episode answers the same questions that the big bad wolf used to hear from Little Red Riding Hood, until she gets to the part about the big teeth and says, "They're for eating birthday cake." Man, just remembering that gives me chills. After so many harmless little jokes, it seems like these wolves still have a certain appetite for piggies. Peppa better reinforce the walls of her house. Who knows when the next huff and puff might come? Would you have the courage to eat dinner at the wolf's house? Then drop the hashtag wolf in the comments. Madame Gazelle is that perfect teacher everyone loves. Calm, funny, and always patient. But behind that gentle personality, there might be a dark secret. She's a vampire. And it's not just a theory. In the episode where we visit her house, there's a bizarre scene. Gazelle stands in front of a mirror, and her reflection simply doesn't appear. The narrator even confirms it out loud, meaning it's not some animation mistake. And to make things worse, flashbacks show that she was already teaching Peppa's parents when they were little. And to this day, she hasn't aged a single day. Coincidence? Everything indicates that Madame Gazelle is an ancient creature living among the townsfolk. But if you paid close attention, you might have noticed something even stranger. How does the narrator know all of this about Madame Gazelle? And how is he still alive after all this time? Have you ever stopped to think about how he's the most present character in Peppa Pig? The truly omnipresent figure in the series is the narrator, the one who's always there, talking over everything, but whom no one has ever seen. And the scariest part is thinking that maybe he doesn't even have a body, just a voice, watching and controlling everything that happens, as if he were some kind of invisible entity. And if you think he doesn't count as a character, it's worth remembering some very suspicious moments, like that episode with the ball pit, where Daddy Pig realizes he's going to get stuck if he tries to go in. He looks at the camera and asks if that's really going to happen. But look closely, he's not looking at us. He's looking at the narrator. That means he knows there's someone deciding what's going to happen. Now connect that with the Miss Rabbit theory, that maybe she's behind the cameras manipulating everything. It makes sense to imagine that the narrator and her work together, controlling the fate of everyone in Peppa Town. Come to think of it, the more we observe, the more it seems that Peppa's world is full of mysterious figures, and the only one who doesn't notice anything is Peppa herself, lost in the innocence of someone who still hasn't realized she's living inside a show run by voices she can't even see. Mr. Fox is that kind of character who tries to seem harmless, friendly, polite, and like a hard-working salesman. But everyone knows there's something off about him, because, unlike the other disguised villains in Peppa Pig, he's not supernatural. He's simply a professional thief. It all starts in the episode Nocturnal Animals, when he suddenly shows up at Grandpa Pig's farm in the middle of the night. And what was he doing there? Trying to steal the chickens, of course. He only failed because he arrived at the wrong time. But the real crime comes to light in the episode Police Station. At the entrance of the station, you can see Mr. Fox walking nervously past. And right there is a poster with the image of a fox symbol on it. And guess what? It's the same symbol that appears on his van and on the products from Mr. Fox's shop. Coincidence?
I think not!
Putting the clues together, it's clear what he really does. Mr. Fox steals objects from around the town and then resells them as if they were original products in his own store. And I'd bet you that the umbrellas in his hand are stolen too. That poster at the police station isn't an ad. It's a warning. If you bought something with that logo, congratulations. You just purchased stolen goods. And the most cynical part is that he still pretends to be an honest worker. Meanwhile, the real work here is done by those who click the subscribe button to keep uncovering these secrets. Because honestly, all I know is I'm going to start watching Peppa Pig with different eyes from now on. How about you?